My Instagram strategy was so wrong and it really, really hurt my growth. My Instagram account was staying at like 20,000 followers for like probably a year and a half. I know I hate to admit that, but it's the truth. It would grow and then people would go away. People would follow and then they would unfollow. And I really figured out that I was wrong about some of the things that I was teaching about Instagram. And so in today's episode, we are going to unpack how wrong I was, but what's going on now, because today we hit 30,000 followers. So welcome back to another episode of the Keenya Kelly podcast, where we talk about all things business, marketing your business, having a balanced life, and all the things. I am excited to be here with you today, breaking down what I was doing wrong when it comes to Instagram, and then what it is that I'm doing right and how you can do it as well. So first of all, just want to say thank you so much for watching us here on YouTube and subscribing and then listening here on the podcast, because this is everything to me. Like the fact that I get to be here with you, share life, business, and all the things with you, and know that you are getting something from it is everything to me. And so I just want to say thank you, especially those that come up to me and say, I love the podcast. I love your YouTube. I really appreciate that so much. So I want to just talk about Instagram today. So I have been teaching Instagram teaching TikTok longer than Instagram. But I've been teaching Instagram now for probably about a year and a half, for the most part, really intentionally. And I found myself teaching strategies that work, right? Like these strategies work, period. Like to grow an account, creating amazing content, utilizing hooks, connecting with your audience, teaching DM automation, that does work, hands down, all day, every day. However, Instagram is amazing, but people are also amazing and also evolving. And what happened in my Instagram strategy was I kept focusing on what I knew worked as it pertains to just Instagram, and not really putting into account the psychology of people, what people's behaviors are, and what is working, not just with the platform, but with just people and their attention spans in general. And so what I basically was like, I wasn't telling people not to do this. I just wasn't telling people to do this. I was not talking to people about the power of B-roll, faceless content, and short looping content. Okay. Or getting people to actually read your description for longer than just shorter content. I was not teaching that at all. Okay. I was teaching about hooks, teaching about DM automation, don't say link in bio, teaching all the right things, but I was not talking about the other things. And recently, like over the last probably 5 months, I have been going, okay, let me break down my own strategy and let me see what am I missing. And the biggest thing that I was missing was I kept forgetting that people's attention span is very, very, very short. And because their attention span is very short, they need as much short content as possible that is attention grabbing, highly engaging, and gets them to their desired result, right? And so I started to film B-roll. Okay. I started to film myself doing all the things that I do in my day, in my life. Not all, but just some, you know what I mean? And putting voiceovers, using voiceovers, text on screen, great hooks, longer descriptions, and keeping videos 4 seconds or less. Not all videos, but keeping some videos 4 seconds or less. You are going to be amazed. Okay. Now I'm going to pull up my Instagram account right now and I'm going to tell you some of the things that has happened. Okay. So first off, today we hit 30,000 followers. Yay. Thank you guys so much for following me. Listen, that is everything to me to have 30,000 people that choose to like follow me on social media. So I started to implement some of these things. And one of the videos, I'm trying to pull it up here right now. I did it kind of on a whim. I said, all right, let's just film something B-roll while I'm doing what I do in my life, and we'll see what happens. Okay. So where is that video? It's around here somewhere. I think it's down here. I'm sure it has over 1 million views at this point. Where is it? Ooh, so that one's at 155. Where is it? I think I must have passed it. Oh, let me find it. So those of you guys that listen on the podcast, you're like, get on with it, lady. Get on with it. Let me see. I'm still scrolling. Sorry. There it goes. Found it. Okay. So this video currently has 1.1 million views on it, 43,000 likes, 194 comments, 2,600 shares, 6,000 saved. It reached over 382,000 accounts. Um, 99% were from non-followers. It has, let me see, the amount of replays was 697,000 replays. Let me see. It is, let me see, how many followers? We got 1,109 followers from that one video alone. Okay. That video is 3 seconds long. Okay. So then I said, okay, in the midst of that, I'm going to put my regular teaching content in there and see what happens when I continue to do more shorts. So then I did another short video. This video is about 4 seconds long. It has 8,000 plays on it, 75 saves, and we got 4 follows from that particular video. Okay. Another video we have has about 154,000 views on it. Where is that video? I think I missed it. I can't find it. But I don't want to make y'all like listen to me go over and over again, right? But one of the videos has over 154,000 views on it, and that video has helped us to gain a couple thousand followers as well. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so this one, sorry, that's not it. This sucks for you. You're just sitting here listening to me like ramble on, ramble on, ramble on. Let me see. I found it. I'm sorry, you guys. Should have had my stats before I went live. So that video is 68,000 views. All right, here we go. This one has 154,000 views on it. This one has 2,000 likes, 4,000 comments, 305 shares, 930 saves, 93,009 followers, and we had over 1,000 followers from that one video. Okay, so what I am been testing is what happens when I just film B-roll content. One, from a content creation standpoint, one, it's just a lot easier for me to film B-roll. Then taking trending audios that make sense for the video, putting text on screen, right? But in addition to that, it is providing value in the initial video, but providing even more value in the caption. Now, listen, I know that many of us are watching content on social media and they're saying they're making us read the caption for everything. Listen, from a strategic social media marketing standpoint, here's what's happening with that. You're catching their attention, okay? And then now they want more from the video. And now you're telling them, I'll give you to you, but you got to go and read the caption to get the more. Now, what that is doing is it captures your audience's attention. And then when they go to the caption to read for more, your video continues to loop in the background. And so it tells Instagram people like this content because they're looping, right? And then also it causes that person to now pay even more attention to what it is you're talking about. Now they're focused because they're reading. And if you are intentional and strategic with that section, that comment section, the description section, you can actually get them to engage. So what we have been doing is we create, of course, short content. We attract them, get them into our description, and then we invite them to actually comment a particular word to either get a free webinar, to get guidance, or whatever it is we're giving them in our DM, right? Now, some people may say, well, that's terrible. It's a bad strategy. Listen, it's not a bad strategy. It's just a different strategy, right? So I believe in doing teaching content. I believe in doing tutorials, teaching you a thing, all that, 100%. In addition to that, I also recognize that because people have a very, very short attention span, that I've got to keep people's attention. And so in addition to my regular teaching content, my tutorials and things of that nature, I am finding that when I am creating short, vertical, bite-sized pieces of content and inviting them to read the rest of it in my captions, that I am finding myself reaching a lot more people a lot faster, and then they can get to my actual teaching content. Okay, it's like a sandwich method, which is what I call it. So I have this short piece of content I put out there, and then I have a longer piece of content that's more value driven, okay? And then I have another short piece of content. Well, those two shorts are sandwiching my main longer content. And what happens is that the short one will drive people to want to know more about me. And when they get to my account, now they see more. They see how I can serve them even the more, and then follow, opt in, all the things. Okay. So that's a very, very strategic thing that we have put in place. But in addition to that, what is happening with DM automation and Instagram is that Instagram wants you to, now that if you're going to send a person a DM, they need to follow you in order for that DM automation tool to work. For example, you go to my account today and you comment the word hooks because you want one of our 75 viral hooks, right? Well, what's going to happen is we're going to send you a DM. But Instagram says, hey, that person's not going to see that DM if they don't follow you, right? Because they just want people to really want that actual DM. So then what we strategically did was the moment you comment the word hooks, you get a response that said, hey, I see that you want our 75 viral hooks, but Instagram won't let me send it to you unless you actually follow me, right? And so then all those people follow because now they want the DM. And so we're finding way more people that want the DM are following, and then of course our following is increasing as a result. Okay. And these are people that like my content and want more from me. Okay. So that is what I like. Just our biggest thing that we are implementing is sandwiching in our longer content with shorter content. And then every time we send it the DM automation, we're saying, follow me to get what it is that you want. Right. And so it's not like we're making people follow to get what we want. It's like that's what Instagram wants. So we're just doing what Instagram wants. And in return, it's giving us our desired result and it's helping my account to grow. So my account is growing by about 100 and 125 followers a day. Same thing is happening over on TikTok. And it's because of the strategies that we have been putting in place with regards to that. Okay. Now, if you're somebody and you're like, I don't even know what you're talking about when it comes to B-roll. Listen, I did a webinar. It's free. You can go to KenyaKelly.com/content and you can take the replay of that. That's going to explain what that is with B-roll. But I literally am just filming myself doing different things. So when I finish recording this, I've got to go to the kitchen and have lunch. I'm going to film myself slicing up a cucumber and doing the different things that I'm doing. And I'll just have that content as B-roll. Later on in the day, I may take a trending audio or something and put it over top of it, or I may do a voiceover, put text on screen and share teaching my audience whatever it is I want to teach them with the intention to serve them, get them to engage, and then of course, follow our account for more social media tips. Okay. So again, if you don't understand what's going on with that, because you're like, this feels a little bit over my head, go and take the webinar. It's free. Okay. At the end of it, it's going to promote my course, but my course is closed, so don't worry about it. But you can take the free class and it'll teach you exactly what I'm talking about here because I want you to really get it. I don't want you to just listen to me or watch this on YouTube and be like, what is, I want you to get it. Okay. So you go to the description, KenyaKelly.com/content, and it'll give you all the details on that. Okay. So my goal right now for Instagram by the end of the year is to get to 50,000 followers. So as of right now, we're at 30,000. Okay. So I'm going to do the math. Let me see. So if we're going to get to 50,000, we need an additional 20,000 followers. How many days is that? We've got October, November, December. So let's just say we did 45 days. So if we're going to take 20,000 followers divided by 45 days, I've got to grow my account by 400 followers a day, which is, that's not what's currently happening. So I think that 50,000 is well, it could happen because I can make myself go viral. But let's just say, what if I took it down to 40,000 followers by the end of the year? So 10,000 additional followers over the next 45 days would be about 200 followers a day. Okay. I think that is a stretch goal. Okay. We just hired 2 people to work with us in social media. And if we go after 40,000 followers by the end of the year, at 200 followers per day, 222 followers per day, then we'll hit that goal. So I'm putting it out there so you can see, like, here's Keenya doing this thing to grow her accounts. Now, it can happen a lot faster than that, but I'm like, I just want to set a goal and let you hear me with that goal. So my goal is 40,000 followers on Instagram by December 31st, which is an additional 10,000 followers, so 222 followers per day. So I want you to follow me on Instagram. You can see what's going on there and the strategy we are putting in place. But as we continue to develop our strategy, I'm going to share that with you. That way you can actually do it as well. Okay. So if you are saying to yourself, Keenya, I want to work with you, I want you to help me personally, I do one-on-one consulting, and I do VIP days. One-on-one is just one day. It's 75 minutes. A VIP day is actually 4 hours. Okay. So I would love to work with you. You can just send me a message here and let me know you want to work together. You can always send me an email at Keenya@KenyaKelly.com so we can work together. Okay. So thank you so much for listening and watching.